Well, I always wanted to do my own stunts. I always wanted to try and do every single one of them, and it was sometimes, you know, a producer would have to come up to me and be like, you know, we need you for the acting tomorrow. If there's a shot in the film that I am not doing, I try. But I would say probably a little less than 3/4 of the stunts in the movie I did myself. Mostly the big dangerous jumps, you know, I did, and then the easy stuff stuntmen did.
Prince of Persia: The Sands of Time, in theaters May 28th.
Before we even started shooting, I knew about parkour before Jerry Bruckheimer even came to me. It was like, oh, we're gonna make this movie and parkour is gonna be a central part of it. I would say about 65% of what Dastan, my character, the Prince of Persia, does in the movie is parkour influenced. We had the experts. I mean, we had David Bell on set with us. He was choreographing a lot of the scenes. It just came down to knowing what I had to do and practicing things.
Prince of Persia: The Sands of Time, in theaters May 28th.
Anyone knows that when you go to a Jerry Bruckheimer movie, he can guarantee you some pretty great action. You know, I think what they can be in store for is a movie, particularly those who are interested in parkour and who know anything about it. They can see that, you know, it's finally been brought to the forefront, and it is the primary form of skill that this main character has. So I think they can expect a pretty high impact, high intensity action film.
Prince of Persia: The Sands of Time, in theaters May 28th.
I grew up watching like all those classic films like Indiana Jones and even Robin Hood with Errol Flynn, and I think those characters, those like action heroes, have a good time doing what they do. A little bit like curmudgeonly sometimes too are the guys that I love watching on film, and so those were really my main influences when playing this part. The character himself, I loved how he always flirted with the edge of danger, but he always had a good time doing it.
Prince of Persia: The Sands of Time, in theaters May 28th. Give me the Zaja!
What is more difficult, learning the British dialect or learning how to do parkour? I'm definitely going to go with the British accent, because parkour was just a cinch, you know, just a total cinch. One day I got cut like on my arm. It was a pretty big gash, and I tore the skin off one of my hands, and I was sitting there with my hand bleeding, and I was like, went to the stuntman, and I was like, hey, you guys, check it out, I'm bleeding. And they were all like, you are like such a wimp.
Prince of Persia: The Sands of Time, in theaters May 28th.